Hey girl, hey. Welcome back to Really Get Into It Unfiltered. I am your hostess with the mostest, Hannah B. And I am so fucking happy you're here. Y'all probably thought I forgot. Y'all probably thought she didn't post a podcast episode this week. And I actually did record one on Wednesday. And I was gonna post it. And then I was like, wait, I actually have way more to say. I have way more to say, so let's run this shit back. Run this shit back turbo. So, that's what we're doing. We're running it the fuck back. I'm also trying to figure out, why am I winded? I'm trying to figure out what day of the week feels best to post like the podcast episodes and like the YouTube version too. Like Fridays feel fun to me. Fridays are ruled by Venus, I'm pretty sure. And it's like fun, play, go do your thing, girly pop type vibe. So maybe Fridays is when they come out because that feels fun. But I digress. Welcome. Bitch, yesterday, oh my fucking God. Addie and I hosted our first ever, like, thing together. We hosted a workshop. It was the One and Anyway workshop. All about how you can, like, your desire is, like, literally guiding you to your dream life. But we as women, so often, are made to feel like the things that we, like, want and yearn for aren't possible, or just like society love to be having their foot on a bitch's neck. And I would just like to say I rebuke you in the name of the Holy Spirit, and we are going to the top of this goddamn mountain. And it was so good. I'm pretty sure I blacked out. The thing about that is me and Addie start yapping about the shit we're passionate about, and then it's like soul leaves the body. I'm like levitating in the air. And I just start yapping, and I can't stop. Thank God Addie's a Virgo, because she can really bring me back down to earth. It was so good. 111 people signed up, plus a bunch of the girls that are already in the community were there. I think there was like a total of like 30-ish people like live in the live call, which is like so crazy. I loved it. It really just like lit me up like the 4th of July. You know what I'm saying? Also, we have new girlies in the community, and I love that. The community is growing, and it's like, can I be emo for a second? The community is growing, and literally the other day, I was just crying. I just started crying out of the blue. I watched a video about a tree, and then I just started sobbing. Because genuinely, this time last year, I had just quit my job. I was like, shit, did I make the biggest mistake ever? Because I never fully make plans. Like, I'm kind of just like, it's all gonna work out. I don't know how, and it might feel a little sticky for a minute. But I was like, shit, Hannah, like, you just quit your good paying job. I know you were miserable. I know you got a little bit of savings, but like, what are you doing? And thank God I did that, because now my real life is literally what I once scripted a year ago. I have a thriving online community. I have a membership community. I am just like in connection with so many awesome human beings. And I have a journal. Like, all these like fun things started happening. And I would like to say, while yes, there are so many fun, awesome things happening in my life, I'm still just a girl. I still be going through it. I still have ups and downs and all arounds. Also, something that I want to start talking about more on the interwebs, and I'll start here, is that yes, I quit my job and trusted and didn't know how and was just like, it's all going to work out. And also, I maxed out a credit card in the process. Because I had a good job, I had a good credit card with a decent limit, and I maxed that bitch out, $15,000. And I would just like to say, instead of feeling shame about that, I am so grateful that I had a credit card that allowed me the leverage, or like the freedom to use something like that so that I could go after my goals and my dreams and my desires. And also, something that I'm currently working through, healing in my body, is my relationship to money. Because a few things. One, I want to and will be and am a rich bitch. Okay. Also, I got a astrology reading done like 2 weeks ago. I have some line in my chart that billionaires have, and I'm like, yeah, sounds about right, bitch. And also, I want to understand more why money, while I would love to have a very healthy, flowing relationship to it, and I do feel like my relationship is getting better, but I don't understand why for so long, when money came into my life, it was like I would just spend it. And I kind of talked about that a little bit on the last episode too, but I just have, your girl's got some money wounds that I'm trying to like work through. And I'm saying all that to say that yes, everything is working out. Yes, I quit my job and was able to still live and function as a human being. And also, there is that element to it that for me personally, I would rather go $15,000 in the hole and into debt than stay in an environment like that was so toxic that my body was just like revolting against itself. I have never in my life had adult acne. I started to get acne and had the craziest like inflammation flare up like situation in that environment, and stress, like I just don't, obviously like being under a little bit of stress is like good, whatever, but like something for me personally is like I refuse to be in spaces and places that make me want to literally kick it off this planet. Like that, there have been so many times in my life and in my like teen years and early 20s where like I compromised who I was to be liked. I compromised literally so many of my values because I cared more about being liked than myself. Like, and I'm now at a point, now that I'm 30, I'm like, I don't give a fuck who doesn't like me, because at the end of the day, as long as I like me, that's really all I care about. As long as the people in my life that I genuinely love and care about were good, that's all I give a fuck about. And if people don't like that, like there are people who thrive off of you hating yourself. That is literally like fuel to them. And so I decided at my last job, like I know I talk about my old job a lot. I talk about it a lot because it changed my life. It changed my life in so many ways that I am actually forever grateful for. I am so grateful that I was in a position in my life, a point in my life where I literally had a mirror held up to my face to be like, what do you want? Do you want to keep compromising your values? Do you want to keep like just putting little Hannah in the fucking closet? Or do you want to get that bitch out of there and heal yourself and remember who the fuck you are and be in environments that actually fuel your body, that actually fuel your soul? And I really got to a point where I was so angry. I know that a lot of people, like I've always been like, I'm not an angry person. I'm not an angry person. I'm so grateful for the amount of anger and rage that was in my body, because it wasn't even like I was mad at like my manager or I was mad at the boss. I was so actually mad at myself that I kept abandoning myself over and over and over and over again until it got to the point that it was like, when is enough enough, bitch? Like, when are you're wanting people to see you and see your value, but you don't even fucking see that shit. Like, and even if you do see it, you're choosing to like be in these environments that don't give a fuck about you. And so I was just like, yeah, fuck this. I choose me. I choose me 10 toes down. And if choosing me means that for a minute I go into the fucking hole and I go into debt, so be it. And that might not be for everybody. Like, and I understand that. I'm not telling you to quit your job and go into debt. All I'm saying is that while yes, a lot of really wonderful, awesome, amazing things are happening in my life, there is that side of it too. And for me, money's always going to come and go. I can't get back time. And so the more time that I spent at that job, the more I just felt miserable. And so I was like, get me the fuck out of here. So that's what I did. And I'm so grateful that I did, because then I became a nanny. And being a nanny, while at the time it felt like a backslide, I talked to a 3-year-old every day, and I didn't realize that in becoming and remembering who I am, I have to reparent myself. So now I know how to talk to the inner child in me. It all just fucking works out. And letting go of how is so, like, literally will change your life. I'm telling you. And yes, it's easier said than done. It's easy for me to be like, who cares how? The how is irrelevant. I get that as a human, our logical brain is like, but I need to know how. Bitch, if you knew how, you would sabotage that shit. So the universe doesn't fully tell you the whole plan. They only give you like one step at a time. And even if the path seems dark and you're like, I don't know how this is going to happen, but I have this yearning in my heart and my soul for more, you just start moving in what feels like the best direction, and you take step one. And when you take step one, naturally, the path will appear. The path will begin to illuminate. And the thing about that is the light that illuminates the path is you. You are the light. You are the magic. The magic lives in you. What the fuck did B.O.B. say? I got the magic in me. That man was onto something. That man is smart. Because it's literally, you are what you are looking for in every space, in every place, in every motherfucking person. It's you. You're looking for you. And so the more that you can lean into and connect with your fucking heart and soul, bro, and detox all the bullshit that you've been taught. If you want something in your life and you believe that it's not possible, you can literally change what you believe. And it's not just like you snap your fingers and suddenly you believe. It's not like you're just like, I believe. Yeah, it takes a little bit of time. Yeah, it takes a little bit of patience and work and grit. But the thing about that is, and I was talking about this in the workshop yesterday, when you start moving in the direction of your dreams, when you move in the direction of your dreams, you have to exit your comfort zone. And so a lot of people stay in this little bubble because it feels safe, even if inside their bubble, it's like they're actively wrecking themselves. Wrecking themselves feels safe. And so in order to create your new reality, you have to literally start doing things out of your comfort zone, and not even like the biggest, scariest, crazy you can think of. Your brain just needs like proof that outside of the comfort zone is safe. So if you start doing things out of your normal like routine, like you drive home on a different route, you take a new, like if you go on walks every morning, you try a new like path, or if you always get the same drink order, try a new drink. Like if you just start doing things that are outside of the normal loop, then before you know it, new neural pathways get created, strengthen, become your baseline. And so when you can make your subconscious conscious, and you can reprogram the subconscious by doing things outside of the norm, then before you know it, you look around and you're like, oh my God, I can do hard things. Because your brain's like, oh, that one time when we did this thing outside of the loop, we actually were fine. It was actually like really cool and fun. or you start doing things outside of the loop, and you start to realize that you maybe don't like something. You've always been curious if you would like this thing, and you start doing it, and you're like, yeah, I don't like it. And that's just as valuable, knowing what you like and what you don't like. The other thing, too, is when you're moving in the direction of your fucking dreams, I am a reverse engineer that shit ass bitch. I love reverse engineering shit. I can always see, like, my whole life I've been able to see, like, the end goal. My dilemma is, like, I have a hard time seeing, like, if there's 10 steps, I can see step 1 and step 10, but 2 through 9, I'm like, I can't see that bitch for shit. And the thing about that is, if you're like that also, it's like, okay, what does step 10 look like? What does it feel like? Describe it in so much detail. And so if you're like a little journal prompt situation that you can do, is like step 10, great, you're at step 10. What are the habits of the person in step 10? What does her day look like? How does she talk to herself? Like, get as specific. Where does she live? What type of perfume does she wear? What is her morning routine like? And then if you reverse engineer that shit and start doing those things that step 10 is doing, before you know it, you're like coming so close together, and then you like sync the fuck up. And then you look around and you're like, oh my God, I'm at step 10. And that's how I do it. That's literally how I've done it. And also, by manually starting to reprogram, it's annoying, and you're like, this is dumb. This is dumb. I feel like this is so dumb. And then before you know it, you're like, oh, I'm not even thinking about it. Like yesterday in the workshop, I was talking about how something that I've done is when I first started like working on like reprogramming, one of the things that I did is I used to think that and sometimes I still do, think that I'm like not smart enough, because Winnie's barking. I hope we can't hear that. Because, hold on. Come here, Chooch. You want to come sit on mommy? Ugh. We got Winnie in the house. One of the things that I would do is I would say, okay, as I would start working in the direction of my dreams, I would say, I would have these thoughts come up, right? And it'd be like, who do you think you are? You're not capable. Things don't come easy to you, whatever. And so I would actively be like, in those moments, I forgive myself for thinking that I'm not capable or that I'm an idiot. I choose to believe that I'm well-resourced. I choose to believe that everything is always working out for me. I choose to believe that I'm a magnet for miracles. And so if you can start doing that manually, your brain doesn't know if what you're saying is true or not. Your brain is literally only clocking what's being repeated. So if you're repeating that over and over and over and over again, you're going to feel like a broken record. But I'm telling you, before you know it, it becomes your baseline. And you start to like fully believe that you are well-resourced. You start to fully believe that you're the luckiest person alive. You start to fully believe that people go out of their way every day to help you. The other thing that has really helped me with that also is EFT tapping. I like love that shit. Tapping with Brad on YouTube. Love that man. I love that man. Also, what are some other Hannah things that are happening? Oh, I bricked my phone this weekend. Addicted. I'm addicted. I was bricked up. I went to my mom's house for game night this past weekend, and you know how last episode I was talking about little Hannah in the closet? Well, last week we had a women's circle inside the community, and we did a like creative writing. Addie let us through a creative writing, scripting, like whimsy fun activity, and I was doing some scripting, and little Hannah, the one who was running away from me before, who I couldn't see in the dark, she came through. And she basically, there was this electrical closet in my basement when I was little that was kind of, it was like, you know those in your basement sometimes there's like that one room that you're like, that's the scary room, and we don't go in there. It was like that. And in front of that door, because it had a little like, you know, on a gate, it has that little like latch. It had that type of latch on the door. And in front of that door was this box of my dress ups that said Hannah's dress ups on the side. And I'd always play with my dress ups, obviously. A girl loves to play make believe. And in the meditate or in the scripting situation, little Hannah busted out of that closet like the fucking Kool-Aid man, and she had fairy wings, a tutu, and click clackers, and she was showing me how spinny her tutu was, and a lot of the scripting was like me realizing that little Hannah went in the closet because she was tired of people like she basically was like, I forget where the fuck is my journal. I don't have my journal with me, but it's basically like she was tired of having to be so serious all the time. She just wanted to have some fun. And so I've been trying to lean into the fun click clacker with her fairy wing vibe. And when I went to my mom's house this past weekend, I was telling her about it, and that dress up box, she was like, we literally have that box in the basement. Different house, because I don't live in my mom doesn't live in our childhood home anymore, but I found the box. And the click clackers and the fairy rings weren't in there, but a crown, like a little tiara, and some costumes were in there, and it was just so healing. It was so healing for my heart and my soul. Also, what else is happening? Oh, I need to tell you a crazy manifestation story that I've probably told already on the internet, so if you've heard this story, sorry, but it's just so crazy to me. So, last Friday, Addie and I were on a call, and I was telling her that I think part of the reason that I have acne on the left side of my face is from this evil eye pillow that I sleep with pretty much every night. I'm obsessed with it. My best friend got it for me for my birthday because I had to get a colposcopy, and it like heats up, and it doesn't have like a zipper on it that you can unzip and like wash it. And I saw Winnie a week or two ago. She mainly pees on pee pads, okay? She got out of bed, me and her were in bed. She got out of bed in the morning, went down to her pee pad, peed, came back up into the bed, walked over the evil eye pillow with her pissy vagina. And the pillow was literally wet. And I was like, that is so foul. And then I was like, how many times have you done that? Like, I may have only seen it once, but like, how many times have you done that? Because she loves to snuggle with that pillow too. And so I was like, I should just like DM the brand and see if they'll send me a PR box, because like, why the fuck not? Shooters fucking shoot. The worst to say is no, or they don't respond. And I had never really interacted with this brand before. I had tagged them once like 6 months ago, but they never like liked the message or like commented back or whatever. And so I was telling Addie about that, whatever, Friday morning, and Friday afternoon I had like I was working at a coffee shop. I had gone on the computer to like message them because I have ADHD. That shit just slipped my fucking mind. And Friday night, bricked my phone. I forgot to brick the ManyChat app, and I got this notification that said, hey, we're coming out with something new for Halloween. Like, we'd love to send you a PR box. And so I was like, I should go see who sent me this. I opened up Instagram on my laptop. Warmies, the brand that I literally said I should DM'd me out of the fucking blue to send me what I was literally asking for. I'm like, that's crazy as fuck. And that just goes to show you that the more that you can start to believe that like every day people are going out of their way to like give you shit, or that it is raining fucking abundance, or that miracles happen every day. Like, miracles is my baseline. I truly used to believe that I've always believed that like I'm the luckiest bitch alive, but I would always find proof that I wasn't, because I had a deeper belief in my subconscious that like that wasn't true. And the more that I've just like done my EFT tapping and started brainwashing myself, miracles be happening every day. Like, people really do be going out of their way to help me, and it's so wild and it's so crazy, and I love it. I love it so much. And when I told Addie that they DM'd me, she was like, of course they did. You're literally like, you're the craziest manifester I know. And I would just like to say, we can all be on that level. You just have to, I don't know, believe in yourself, bitch. And that's all I gotta say about that. What else is happening? Oh, Josh and I are still moving at the end of September. No idea where. Universe, I'm open to whatever you got in store. Also, we got new girlies in the community, which I love. If you want to join the community, you should. For $33 a month, you can literally get multiple clubs and calls a month. This month we have 2 co-working calls every week, Tuesday and Thursday, for 90 minutes. We also have a women's circle. We also had Addie did yoga the other day in the club because I really want to start doing yoga. I feel like it will change my life. And I'm too scared to go to a yoga class by myself because I'm a beginner and I'm scared. And I was like, wait, can you do a yoga class? And she was like, sure. So we did one, and it's so fun. And she's going to be doing those twice a month. This month was different because she's trekking across the country. We also have a monthly women's circle. We have a book club. There's 2 clubs this month that community members are holding. So if you ever wanted to hold a group or host something, it also doesn't have to be like woo-woo wellness related. It could literally be Addie wants to do like a sourdough class where we all just like make sourdough. It could be anything. So there's like multiple calls a month. There's also a few group chats. We have Woo That Works, Do It Scared, the community chat, a community collab. There's journal prompt library. There's an embodiment library. There's, what else is there? Oh, the stream of consciousness library where Addie and I just be doing our like download riffs, voice notes, and then upload them. There's so much shit in there, and it's literally $33 a month. People think that I'm crazy, that that's all the things that people can get, and it's only $33. But like, the point isn't to like, the point is literally, I'm addicted to community. I'm addicted to a group activity, and I'm like, how can I get all these girly pops in here so that we can literally change the world? And that's the vibe I'm on. Also, fun fact, little teaser, in September we're hosting our first ever 21-day challenge. It's a clarity challenge. So if you've ever wanted to get clearer on where you're heading in life, if you have a little honing of hope and desire in your heart, and you're like, I want to lean into my heart and my soul, I want to get clear on my mission, I want to get clear on my purpose, or if you're like pretty clear but you're like, I want some more structure, even if you haven't done anything all year, scared in the direction of your dreams, we're going to make Q4's pussy quiver. So I'll put the link to our community in the show notes, and it'll be great, and you can join and you can meet new friends. Also, oh my god, as more girlies are joining, there are people who are like realizing, oh my god, girl, we live in the same place, let's be IRL besties. And that's the whole point. Being an adult and making friends can be really hard, and it doesn't have to be. And so I'm like, how can I create a space and a place where the girlies can become friends? And so while yes, a lot of it is virtual, I do plan on doing some IRL shit all over the globe. So stay tuned for that. And by I plan on doing that, I mean Addie and I. Because she's my business partner. Also, okay, something that I think is funny is that I didn't know Addie literally 2 months ago, and now we're literally building an entire empire together. And what I would like to say about that is some people might think that, how are you going to do something like that with somebody that you don't know? And I would like to say to that, all of the time when you're like when you went for a job interview, them motherfuckers don't know you. They're just going based off of what you put on a resume. And you could be lying on that shit. Addie and I be sending each other like 10, 15-minute voice notes about our deepest insecurities, like working through shit in real time. And I love that. That's what I love about being a woman, is like we're so vulnerable. And also, it's just so healing having like a business partner that just complements your energy. Like, she is the earth to my water, to my flowy, goey. Like, we be on calls and we're like riffing about like an offering, and so we just are like brainstorming, and I'm over here spinning around in my chair, like letting shit flow to me, and she's over there typing. She's the scribe. And I love that works. Yesterday after our workshop, we got off, that bitch wrote like 5 emails. And I'm over here just like flowing around doing shit. And I love that. I love that we like work so well together, and it really is healing so many female friendship wounds in my heart and my soul. And I love that. Also, if you want to go to Costa Rica, there are 5 spots left, and there's going to be 10 of us total. Well, 11 including myself. But there's 5 spots left. We're going November 15th to the 22nd. We have all these activities planned: hiking to a waterfall, learning how to make chocolate from scratch, salsa dance lessons, yoga, snorkeling. We're going to an animal conservation. We're cleaning up trash off the beach. I'm hosting a Do It Scared bingo workshop where we're going to all make cutesy little Do It Scared bingos for 2027. And as you know, my Do It Scared bingo changed my fucking life. Changed my life. And so ain't nothing left to it but to do it. Also, a few things that people keep saying or like asking is, what's the age range of people? Girl, you can be any age you want. We got people who are 20, 30, 40, maybe 50. We do have 20, 30, 40. But like if you're 50 or 60 or like even older than that, come. It'll be fun. And like girlhood has no age limit. That's the thing. There's no age limit on girlhood, and that's what I love. That's what I love. Also, the house that we're staying at has a pool, and so we will be playing mermaids. We will be playing mermaids, maybe a little George Washington, who knows? The world is our oyster, and we're going to make friends, and we're going to have fun, and it's going to be so awesome sauce. So if you want to go, I'll also put that in the show notes. And that's all I got for you folks. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I hope that you do something for yourself today. I hope that you know that you can literally do anything, and I believe in you. I trust you. I trust you. What, Hannah? I do trust you. I trust you. Addie says this thing where she says, I trust you implicitly with your own life, and like, period. Maybe that's what I was getting at. Period on that. Also, the sun is shining. Like, the sun is shining. We are literally living on a floating rock in outer space. We can do anything. We're stardust. Dust to dust, ash to ash. When we kick it, we become stars again. We're eternal. Energy never dies, baby. That's all I got for you. I love you so much. Be good to yourself. Okay, bye.